Are we rolling? Hey, welcome. I'm Kip with Dirt-Rite. Welcome to the show. Today, we're going to go over some of the ingredients that we're going to use for an inoculum for our property and for some of the soils that we're putting together. Say an inoculum, basically it's an extract combined with, well, actually I call it the kitchen sink consortium. I don't know why I call it that, because it's got everything but the kitchen sink. So basically, we're going to do an extract of some of our compost using the time machine. We'll go into what that is. We're going to go through some of the ingredients that are going to be used. Being, let's just start right here. This bucket with the funny lid. I don't know if you can see it real well. It's got this little ventilation tube on it. This is EM1 extended, 1 to 1 to 20. EM1, one part molasses, 20 parts water. And that's about a 7 to 10 day fermentation process. And this is, I'm not going to go into actually all of the benefits of these products. That's something you can look into. Just trust me that they're great, because I checked them out, and I believe in diversity. So that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm showing you these different products. So we're going to roll through them pretty fast, actually, and then we can do more videos later, or we can just ask questions, whatever it takes. Got a little bit of noise coming in here. Just Seth moving some rototillers. Yeah, I'll take him over to my dad's. He's our mechanic. He's a very awesome man. I don't know where that is. So let's get back to this. You can hear me. We're gonna go through this. Right on top here, we got Blue Sky Biochar. Not very much biochar here, but the reason I bought this was because I wanted to see the texture. I wanted to see it under a microscope. I wanted to see what kind of biology they were sending me and what they're boasting about. And you know, I had faith in these guys, and I ordered the product, and it checks out. So I will definitely recommend Blue Sky Biochar. Am I going to use a lot of it? No, because I'm going to make my own biochar, and I do. Here's one batch, and I wanted to confirm that it was similar. This has been inoculated with a kitchen sink consortium. So get back onto this. That's the biochar. We've got humic acids, organic liquid humic acid. Look into it, good stuff. And basically, as far as dosage on all of these, I know where I want to end up. I'm in the time machine. We're going to put about 4 gallons of compost, and we're going to put about 8 gallons of water. So we're going to end up with about 8 gallons of goop almost. It's going to be thick. It's going to be the extract. And that we will extend typically about 5 times, or depending on what we're doing with it. But I see good numbers at 5. This is an EM consortium. Actually, I'll get more into what I did here, but I extended one of my first EMs another time, and this is the result and the remains. The same thing, extended the first EM on a different, extended the first EM, that was extending a second EM actually. And then these guys, Fish Brew, highly recommend their product. Got a, not brand new, but an eye-opening discovery, especially this morning when I was in the microscope and saw the activity in these diatoms. And the product I was looking at was actually a seed inoculum that I'd put together over, I need to find the date, but it's been 7 to 10 days ago, I know. And it just been sitting around, and you know what happens when stuff sits around and gets ignored, is it will go anaerobic if left in the wrong environment. And that's what will happen. And this stuff is not, it had no smell other than just sweet, organic, not super sweet, but just, it smelled very neutral. And I put it under a microscope and I was amazed, but that's for another time. Bold Flow is this product from Fish Brew, and it is their, one of their flagship products. It has a very high density in numbers of microorganisms living there, especially the AMOs, which there again, we'll get into those, being classified diatoms and other aquatic microorganisms. They have another product that Rise and Thrive soil conditioner. This is a soil conditioner, and any of these products can be used as a standalone, and have great benefit. And what I do is I'll just take, basically, depending on how much material I actually have available and what I'm trying to produce, I will use the recommended dose essentially. So if it calls for a tablespoon per gallon, then if I'm making 40 gallons of mix, I'll take 8 gallons out of the time machine, turn it into 40 gallons by extending it 5 times. So I'll just use the 40 gallon recommended dose, but I'm doing it for each product. So now I'm gaining numbers and gaining diversity. I've got wood vinegar. I'm not real sure how I feel about having wood vinegar because it is an antiseptic and a lot more research to be used. So this can be used anywhere from safely from like 50 parts, or 1 to 50, or I'll clear up to 1 to 1,000. So I keep it way low on this because it's expensive. I don't have a lot of it yet, and I just put a little bit in there because I feel there's benefit. And I got Blue Sky wood vinegar. Same thing. This is actually bamboo vinegar. And this, the hydrolysate right there, that is go-go juice, food for the microorganisms. Gotta have it. Okay, EM. I think we covered most of what we're doing today. And typically, like I say, there's no exact recipe that I use. Any one of these products are beneficial as a standalone product, but I feel that diversity is key. So I throw the kitchen sink at it. And of course, I just have this sitting here because this is one of the means of applications that we have. This one is battery powered, I recommend. You can go 4 gallons in this thing and not run out for a little while. You can do quite a bit. But it does require a more rigorous screening process. So that's something that you will want to address. One thing too, wood chipper, I wanted to mention that. So this is the wood chipper I use. I was banging my head in research trying to figure out how I'm gonna crush my biochar. And I saw these, throw them in a bag and drive on them and beat them against a tree and bang your head on them and all this stuff. And it just seemed like a lot of work, just throwing it into a mixer drum with rocks, all this, but it was very simple. I dropped it in, and actually that was the last product that was in here. You can't see much in there. We'll see what goes on here. Oh yeah, see there's those. You can put screens in here, but here's the char that was still in there. And it just, simple. You drop it in and it spits it out. I got a bag that goes over this that will keep the dust down and collect everything, because you want that dust. That is it's very fine biochar. We want that. Micronized, that's the word I was fishing for. So, there is micronized biochar here. And this is inoculated. Biochar is not, charcoal is not biochar. Biochar becomes biochar when it is inoculated. And there's some other factors that make them differ. Not going to go into that right now either. A whole nother video. Thanks for taking the time to support and watch. I'm going to put this stuff together and get a little more organized to where we can get the time machine set up. And I mentioned time machine, right? Well, I'm going to leave you hanging. Bye.